Jump in a moment. What's up, Flomies? This is Jesse Hart of Full Circle Phenomenal, here with my partner Catherine Rutan of Infinite Cummings. Today we're going to show you the protocol for a safe first burn with your rope dart. You want to start to make sure that you have all the supplies necessary. Starting with yourself, make sure that you have fire-safe clothing. That's everything from cotton to hemp to leather or any sort of natural fibers. Beware of synthetics, as they're made of plastic, and if you get some fuel on you and start burning, it's going to melt or damage. So make sure that you're dressed safely, preferably with some Kevlar gloves as well. Make sure you've got your hair up in a hat or some sort of protective covering, as this is going to be the most flammable part of you. If you get a little bit of fuel on you, it will burn quite easily. For safety outside of yourself, make sure that you have a safety with you. This is the person that's going to be looking out for you and watching to make sure that if you do get set on fire, that you're put out adequately. Most of the time, if you hit yourself with a wet wick and splash some fuel on you, it's as easy as batting it out a couple of times and you're safe. Once in a while, though, that doesn't happen. The person shouts orange, lets you know what part of the body, you try. After a few seconds, if that fire isn't put out, she's going to come out with the wet towel or a fire safety blanket, or maybe even, if it's serious, with a fire extinguisher and put you out. You'll also need a professionally made fire dart. This is made completely out of Kevlar with a couple metal fittings and a large cathedral style wick. You want to check and make sure that your fittings are all tight. There's no frays or cuts in your dart rope, and the wick itself is still completely intact, still connected, no frays, no signs of it flying apart during your burn. And if you're new, you're probably using a new rope dart, hopefully, which you can get at sacredflowart.com. Now to fuel, you want a metal, preferably a metal safety canister. This is an ammo can. I've used paint cans in the past. You want to make sure that you dip just the wick. You can see this thin areas right here is also Kevlar string. I don't want to get the flame creeping up on that, so I want to make sure that I get just my wick. Once it's adequately soaked, let it drip a couple of times. Make sure that your fuel can has a something to catch any spilled fuel. But wait for it to stop dripping. Close up your fuel can that should be airtight, because this white gas, we have Crown white gasoline here. It's going to be the fuel vapor that burns, fortunately, and not the fuel itself. But nonetheless, let's make sure we're safe. I'll move it. Okay. Make sure the fuel and the safety are well out of your way. And then let's light up. Now, I didn't show it before because I'm more experienced and I like to do a burn off. For your first burn, you want to do a spin off, and that's the same thing except not on fire. So out in front of me, I'll spin it a few times and make sure I'm spraying off all that excess fuel onto the ground away from me. You'll want to do this on your own, away from the performance area. Then just start with a couple in and outs. Getting used to that heat, that sound, that smell. A couple of circles in your hull plate. A couple of circles in your wall plane. Then maybe you feel like moving it into an arm run. Into the other side. Maybe you gotten your leg wraps down. Or even if you check out all 3 of the tutorials that I've done on rope dart moves, the neck wrap. Whatever you do, don't get too complicated. I'm showing you all this now because I've burned a bunch of times. Maybe you just do something simple. Just circles. Just extensions. It's easy to get excited. So note your energy. Are you staying grounded? We don't want to get overconfident. We have 0 room for error in this game. Once you've had enough, you don't necessarily need to burn it all the way until it puts itself out. In fact, you probably shouldn't, as when it starts to get low, that's when your wick starts to burn, when the flame starts to get blue. Once you're ready to put it out, bring it calmly over to your safety, who has the fire blanket or the wet towel completely open. Place it in the middle of the blanket and she'll wrap it once, twice, 3 times, and then snuff it out with both her hands. Thanks very much, Flomies, for joining us here on the Sacred Flow Art channel. Please check out the shop on Sacred Flow Art and use my discount code of FULLCIRCLE to save some money at checkout. You can also check us out on our websites, fullcirclephenomenal.com and infinitecummings.com, for private lessons, more information on flow arts, as well as ways to keep calm and loose with yoga and qigong, different forms of meditation and wellness consulting. A really good combination in order to do this gig long term, because though your prop might seem a little bit light, too much practice with it and you can stress your connective tissue out, injure yourself, all sorts of ways that will maybe put a damper in your flow art spirit. Once again, I'm Jesse Hart. We'll see you next time.